Welcome, everybody. Podcast 238. Two-thirds of the crew is still in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, bye. We're
You guys
here.
are learning the local language full through and through.
And all the little local watering holes too.
Yeah.
We found them. We need to find some other hobbies to do in Newfoundland, but we're so close to George Street that
Fair.
we
That-
just
All I need to know is, did you go back to the ship?
yes,
Yeah, they're going to sponsor us, I think. I hear.
we did. We went back to the ship pub. Then we went down to the Duke of Duckworth, which is also excellent. But the ship pub was actually pretty good. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't ready for us. That's all I know.
Yeah. It's pretty bad when a place like that is like, nah, they're too much. So we went to the fish exchange instead.
Yeah, they like it there.
Yeah,
It was a good time in Newfoundland. I'm excited to go home.
very excited.
Yeah, fair enough.
We've actually had pretty good weather after you guys all left, so
That's
it worked okay.
Yeah.
Almost vomited on a boat today, so that was great. But I guess before we get started, I guess we give a shout out to the host committee. I thought they did a great job for all the help they got. So we do have to do a shout out to especially Julie and Brian and the group that was out there. It went really well, and the lanes ran smooth, and everything was fine at the lane. So thank you to Plaza and Jamie Peddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an eventful week.
Yeah. Tim, we don't have to lie on the podcast. The lanes didn't go smooth. There was some small issues. They handled them well, but it wasn't smooth.
I felt bad for Vanessa.
Yeah, she unclogged a lot of ball jams. That poor girl.
Yeah, 100 of them in a day. And that's not an exaggeration. So
To be honest with you, I know she's probably listening. I'm just glad I actually saw her work. So it's always a bonus when you can see her work a little bit. But every event has their hiccups here and there, but they handled it well. And honestly, we weren't behind time really, so it was always a little bit of bonus for that.
They even handled a province-wide power outage. That's pretty good.
That was wild. In the gold medal matches, that's just wild.
That was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Obviously, great job by the crew. I'm just happy how they handled all the travel and everything. The amount of people coming in and out of that airport and to the bowling centers from the hotel, and obviously we all know that's quite the feat in itself, the logistics behind that. But it went fairly smooth. And now that Uber is a thing, if you missed the bus, it was easy to get anywhere. So
I know we never took the bus in the morning, right? Because we were going to watch Brett or had other things. So Uber is a huge improvement in Newfoundland to have that there. So
made getting around a lot easier without renting a vehicle at an outrageous price. Newfoundland, get your rental prices under control.
Yeah.
All right. With that all being said, Tim, it's your show again.
So obviously we were very fortunate enough to have we can talk about this as each one of them come on, but usually it's very few times that you get a Double Crown winner, and we had 2 Double Crown winners. And the first individual, I think, is out of both of them is probably our favorite. And we probably want to have her on first. So it is our honor to bring our first Double Crown winner, and from Newfoundland, Courtney Lucas.
What a great introduction.
Anytime they can throw a jab at somebody in particular, they'll take it every time.
Yeah.
He would too.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely took his time down about for 5 minutes, so he can't get back to us that fast. So we're good. So I just want to maybe start off with like obviously congratulations. It's quite the feat. I also want to mention that I just saw through Facebook before we came there you got you finished your schooling, or I
Yeah.
think so. So I guess my first question would be with everything going on with school and the nationals coming up in your own province, what was kind of your prep for the event? How did that all work out?
Oh, I was lucky this year, and the reason that I was able to bowl the Open this year, I actually finished my rotations in March. So even though I
Okay.
just graduated, I've been off since the end of March. So I had lots of time this year to actually dedicate to bowling and practicing and finishing out leagues and all that, which in previous years I haven't. So I was lucky this year.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There's obviously a ton of different questions we could ask you, but knowing that you had a chance at the Double Crown and the way qualifying went, you ended up obviously as first qualifier overall through the singles competition. Was any of that flashing through your memory as this is a chance to win the Double Crown, or was your mindset on just the next game is the next game?
Leading into nationals in general, it wasn't on my mind at all, to be honest. Probably like the day before, I was like, "Oh, right, this can happen." And as the week went on, honestly, it wasn't really in my mind until stepladder day came, and then it was in my mind for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's really the way to do it, though, and I think that's a good lesson to those out watching too. You can't put the cart before the horse, right? You gotta focus on what's at hand and not worry about the end results. The end results will come.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I can't. How old are you, Courtney?
28.
It's crazy to think that you're a Double Crown winner at 28. Like, and like that's something so many people dream of. I mean, they dream of winning one,
Yeah.
right? You've
Yeah.
you've won them both at 28. Like
Mhm.
that's really impressive. Like,
I genuinely cannot believe it. Yeah, I don't think I've processed the week at all.
yeah.
So, quite Carrie.
I was just gonna ask, like, so as you're sitting there watching the step ladder go down, because obviously you're number one qualifier. So, like you have Chantel running the ladder, beating past champions in this specific event. Was there at any point that you were thinking, I know it's always one-on-one, so it doesn't really matter who you face because you only can do what you can do. You can't play defense. But was there anybody that you're looking at that step and be like, okay, well, I'm kind of expecting to play them, or was it just a strict mindset that it is what it is going to be and you can only control what you can control?
I do feel like I was whoever it is who it is. All the 5 girls who bowled, well, 4, including 5 including me, they all had fantastic tournaments. Fantastic tournaments. And I knew no matter who I faced, it was going to be a game. So it's not really something that I was thinking about, but that I'm not gonna lie, seeing Chantel running the ladder, I was like, ooh, okay, she's hot, she's on. She's been here so many times before. It's definitely daunting, but at the end of the day, I knew I just had to go in and play my own game.
Mm-hmm. So, obviously, two different mindsets: playing Masters and playing the Open.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you take from your Masters win that you were able to take for this event that made you go and help you with the gold?
I think, well, yeah, Masters was so different compared to the Open. I've never bowled Open singles before, so the format took a day to get used to. But I think playing so many match play games in Masters a couple years ago, it just helped me with my mindset of playing match play. and taking it one ball at a time, one frame at a time, and just recognizing that a game isn't over until it's over and anything can change in as many as 3 frames, like it happened
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
Obviously, so Chantel took you to your second life in the gold medal match. Like we keep talking about processes and mindsets. Was there anything that you changed from game 1 to game 2 in your on your second life?
I just tried to completely forget about the first game. I was not feeling comfortable in my first game. I just felt really tight. I was not relaxed. And honestly, I started off the second game the same way. It wasn't feeling great. I'd say around when the 5th frame hit, I said, I just need to loosen up. I threw just a little bit wider just to try to get off the head pin. I was on the head pin so heavy. And I think it just came down to not being relaxed. And after the 5th frame, I said, I just need to go ball for ball, throw a good ball, try to get it to the side. And it worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The gold medal proves it. It
Yeah.
worked.
What
Perfect.
was your feeling when the reaction happened when you threw what you needed to throw in 10? And
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
crowd went nuts. Like it's a dream to do that at home, right? In your home crowd and have the whole center for you.
It was unbelievable. There was a few moments actually between the first and second game where I just stood there like, oh my God, because the crowd was just so loud. It was a lot of
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah,
I felt
yeah.
it for
Yeah.
sure. I felt it. But it was just an unbelievable moment when I heard the crowd after I threw that strike. And to be honest, I'm not very good with bowling math on a good day. So I certainly wasn't in that moment like knowing what I needed, and I thought I needed the strike and then some. So when I threw the strike, I didn't even know it was done until I turned around and was like, "Oh, okay."
A medical student not good with math. Okay, well,
Not with mental math. No, I had
no,
mental
no.
math done.
Well, I can tell you, everybody in there watching was cheering for you. Like when it comes to for all the Newfoundlanders that came out, they weren't cheering for Shane. So they were definitely happy with the result that everybody else had there. So it was phenomenal. Like I always talk about the 2013 when the men's won and Holiday. I felt it would have been very similar for both of you two in that area. It was quite something to have everybody in there like that. So.
Yeah, it was amazing. Really,
It was
really amazing.
So
Well,
I guess moving forward, Courtney, I know life is a little bit different right now. Probably are going to be changing here soon. What's your goals or what's your plans for the upcoming maybe season or next few years?
Yeah, so I'm starting residency now in July, and I don't know yet how that's going to change my schedule. If it's going to be actually easier to bowl, or if it's going to be harder. I don't know. I feel like I should be able to bowl something next year, whether it's Open or Masters. I might have to start kind of picking and choosing like I did this year, but I have absolutely no intentions of giving up. And no matter what the years throw at me, I'm going to try my best to do something. So
Awesome.
we will see. Yeah.
If you had to pick between the Open and Masters,
I still think it's Masters.
yeah,
think
you're not going to try to defend your title.
I think it would
Yeah.
have to be Masters, just timing wise.
That's fair.
I would like to defend my title. We'll see.
Yeah. That's fair.
Timing wise, I think, because I think I'm going to be in New Brunswick during the Open next year. But
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Maybe it'll be both.
Fair
Who
enough.
knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Absolutely.
only time will tell.
Yeah.
Only time will tell. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Courtney. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
we'll let you go, and congratulations again on your Open
Thank
title
you.
and the double crown. That is pretty
Thank you.
amazing.
All right.
Awesome.
right.
Congratulations, Courtney.
Thanks, Courtney.
Thank you. Enjoy
We'll talk
your
to you soon.
combo with Shane.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Well, I guess Courtney just stole our thunder there, but we do have another guest coming on lined up here. Obviously, he wasn't our first choice, but Courtney took that. But we have our second best guest coming on here shortly. And our second Double Crown winner, I know he's just rearing at it, but the men's singles champion and the newest Double Crown with Courtney, Shane Jafe.
Give it to him, Shane.
What's up, boys?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Got that Wi-Fi working? That's great.
Yeah, we're not on Wi-Fi. It's yeah. How does it feel to become a Double Crown winner way older than 28?
Feels pretty good.
I bet it does. I bet it does. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You have been absolutely incredible over the last while. Like, I mean, you've always been very, very good, but you have been like at a whole nother level in the last little while. And you've fixed up your knee. You've gotten in shape. How much of that do you think like really played into this weekend for you?
I find the biggest difference is I threw 360 in game 40. Like I'm just as good at game 40 as I was in game 1, and that never was the way. You know, I'd fade throughout the end of the tournament. Day 2 and 3 kind of struggle to throw a shot you want to throw. So I have found that, you know, a lot more stamina for that. You know, the long days don't bother me. The multiple days in a row don't bother me. And to be honest, like, you know, bowling the tour events just help that. Just getting reps in, throwing 50, 60 games in a week. Like, some people think that's crazy, but that gets you in bowling shape. And you know, that was the payoff. That was the payoff. So.
I will make mention right now, Shane, like you play phenomenal. Obviously you won the gold, but even on the team event, you averaged over 280, right? You would have been an all-star for both, right? And it just shows you how well you played this weekend. It was nuts. Like, obviously we were watching through the singles. You kind of had a stranglehold from game 5 on, where it came to the placing and you just seemed cool and calm and collective the whole time. Was there any thoughts of doubt of getting that first seed or any seed of doubt at all when you're qualifying?
No, I thought after day 1, you know, I averaged 295. Day 1, I think it was 2060 or 2050, something like that. I thought that shaped or put me in pretty good shape to make a spot, which was nice to kind of get that out of the way early. But my focus was finish first. This was my 3rd open singles, and just, you know, so much experience in provincial open singles as well. Like, just getting that double life means so much in a step ladder, especially in singles. That, you know, you hate to put it all down on one game and see what happens there. So my focus was definitely get a double life, especially once I got the leads. I wasn't really looking at anything else. I think 4 years ago when we were here, I was first going into the last day. Struggled a little bit early, came on late and missed by 30. I finished 3rd that year, behind Adam and Max. Like, also it's 30 pins out of first, and like, you know, that's really the difference in winning one 4 years ago versus not, you know. So it was first or nothing really, like that to me. And these step ladder things, especially single, you got to get first.
When the singles qualifying kind of goes on, there's not too much, like, obviously it probably just feels like a tour qualifying shift. There's not a lot of rah going on, stuff like that. So the Mitch Davies injury in the middle of day 2, did that throw a wrench into kind of the pace of play and like the stuff that was going on in just your normal throwing 7 games and moving on to play teams, or was that any factor at all for your qualifying?
Wasn't a factor for me. I wasn't on his lane, so I can't speak of what the delays did for people on his lane. But for me, it wasn't. I was on the lane over. I mean, there was a 5 or 10 minute delay really before a decision was made to kind of keep going. Like, no, it didn't really affect me at all.
Yeah, no, it was.
Which you know, it's unfortunate what happened, obviously, and the delay like that could cause it. But like I said, I didn't feel it, but I was also in a better spot than most. You know, I was kind of, you know, I was in first then, kind of padding my lead a little bit, so it wasn't like I was pressing or rushing, or just didn't really focus on it. Just wait for the next game.
For as bad as an injury as it was, and like when it happened, I think even Mitch himself and probably the other compares were grateful that it happened on day 2. It didn't happen at the end of day 3 or even early on day 1. I think that would kind of throw a wrench in everything. But
I mean,
yeah, and like I said, I don't say it very often, but I felt bad for Mitch. I mean, he was kind of like myself. Like, we talked about it before it started, like, you know, going for a double crown, and I know he wanted it as well.
Yeah.
And then Mitch is the type of guy, like, he gets in fifth, he can run that all day. So, you know, I'm not saying it's good to get out someone out with an injury, but it's just unfortunate the way it happened.
100%.
Hopefully, I think we can speak on behalf of that. I think Mitch is someone who's not going to forget about that, and hopefully he learns from it, right? So he definitely hurt himself more than anybody else at that event for his consequences, right? But
you know what? He played phenomenal in the team event after that injury.
He did.
So like maybe that helped him.
It's funny how that happens. Like I can speak for myself and go, like, there's times I played sick or played with a bad back or something like that. Like, just seem to shoot lights out. Like, I don't know if you concentrate more or you just kind of
you concentrate less. You don't overthink.
Focus, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I wasn't surprised. I mean, obviously he's one of the best. So
obviously we're not gonna spend a lot of time on it. But for the people that don't know, Mitch Davies unfortunately injured his hand during the competition. He put in an unfortunate spot and he paid the price, and it cut him open, and he was unable to continue during the singles qualifying just due to that injury. But he played unreal on the team.
Couldn't stop bleeding it. So going back to your championship here, I know we've had conversations many times in the past, Shane. Unlike Courtney, the Double Crown's been something that you've talked about several times. And I know, obviously, you put it, one of your main goals. What was the thought process, obviously going at the beginning and during and when you completed it?
Few things. Like, obviously it was a goal. I wanted to win this one. Like, I won Master 10 years ago, and thought that I was ready to win this one. The last couple of years I've been really on. So looking forward to playing. Lots of things go through my mind. Like, I'm 44. Next time the Open will be here, I'll be 53. I don't see a whole lot of elite 53-year-olds anymore. It's really difficult, and the game is getting harder and younger. So I kind of looked at it as probably my last chance to bowl at home. So that was kind of on my mind a little bit. But for the most part, I was kind of focused. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew what I needed to do, and just got off to a good start. I was kind of like, I didn't want to fall behind early and kind of finish day 1 and 4th or 5th spot, and then kind of grind to get in. I kind of wanted to do exactly what I did and get off to a good start, throw some scores up there, and let everybody else chase. So it just, the plan worked out. Doesn't always work out, as you know, but I was pretty fortunate, pretty excited to win it.
So obviously going into the step ladder, knowing your number 1 qualifier, knowing that you're got double life, that is very important. Anybody in the step ladder that you're kind of looking at that you didn't know if they're going to get hot and find a number? Obviously we know the results and the person that you played against, the games they threw to get to you. Did that factor into, I guess it shouldn't factor into anything you were doing. Was there anybody you were thinking about, like, that's probably the guy that I'm going to end up playing?
Not necessarily the guy I end up playing. Like, it's like anything else. Like, everyone at this level is good. You're not looking at quote unquote weaker opponent or anything like that. It's, anyone of that step ladder could have won. Part of me didn't want to play Randy Morissette, for the sole reason that the other 4 of us kind of throw, and you understand this, Kerry, we throw kind of hard slasher balls. We don't push the ball like the Wisemans. We actually throw the ball. So, some of those lanes are really choppy. And, one of my concerns was if I'm chopping, there's a good chance Nelson's chopping, there's a good chance Brett is chopping, there's a good chance Evan is chopping. Randy throws a mid-speed ball. If he's on the side of the headpin, he's striking. So that was the one thing that I thought about. Like, if you're playing Randy, he gets on, and I'm on the choppy set of lanes or just hitting heavy, so that kind of went through my mind. But obviously, I was over on lane 33 warming up. Wasn't really overly caring who it was. I wasn't really over paying attention to the game, just waiting for the opponent. I know Nelson threw big games to get in. And of course, it's part of me go, okay, he just threw 200-300s. He's not going to throw a third one. Well, yes, well, yes, he is.
So maybe let's talk about that a little bit, because I know we talked about you were unaware that you were finished, or you didn't need that extra ball. There was a point where you thought in 10 you did the math wrong, right? Obviously Nelson was playing very well. 350 is yours. That's a fantastic game, but you shooting 369 it's one of the best matches of all time per gold medal, if not the best, right? So
it's crazy match. Crazy match. Yeah, no, I can speak about that a little. I knew I was down 35-90 in the third. He started on 3. I was 35 and open. So, in the second. So I knew I was down 55, and my focus was just start throwing strikes. So I threw the first 2, threw the next 2, and then Nelson missed. So now I knew I was down 30. So I wasn't looking at the scoreboard. I was just looking, okay, I was down 55. Now I'm down 35. When he chopped, I knew I was down 15. And the moment I looked up at the scoreboard, I saw 290. And so usually Plaza Bowl in league play doesn't have the counts added in. It just shows your score with the 2 blank strikes. When I looked up on the board, I saw 290, and strike. But I was on a double. I had that extra ball in hand. So I had 395 on the board. But I thought both of us, when I threw the 9th and 10th, I thought if we both struck out, we both had 380. So I threw the first one. On the second one, I didn't react. I popped, but I could have threw a strike to win gold medal there. I wouldn't have reacted. I just thought I had to throw 3 strikes to tie, and I was very happy with the tie at that point, to kind of just scrap that game, keep a double life, and avoid one. But after it was over, I looked up. I realized before Nelson threw his ball, I realized what it was. But it's funny coming from me, like kind of Courtney says she wasn't paying attention to the math. I usually pay attention to the math on the scoreboard. I'm a scoreboard watcher. I like to see what people are throwing. I know exactly where I am, what I need at all times. But I just got so focused on throwing strikes because Nelson wasn't stopping. So there's no point to looking up. It was just throw strike, sit down, wait for the next one. But, yeah,
that's crazy.
It is crazy.
So I will say, and I don't want to speak on behalf of Newfoundland, but outsider looking, I look a lot of stats and everything else like that. And obviously you have the great Bobby O. Bobby's only won 1 gold, right? Obviously this double crown for men puts you in if not one of or the best ever coming out of Newfoundland. And that's I know we give you a hard time, Shane, but man, I cherish what we got here, and I cherish what you bowl, and I look up to you that way. But how does that make you feel, thinking about you're the one of the best ever to come out of Newfoundland now, if not the best?
Yeah, it feels pretty special. Getting the double life is big, or double crown, sorry, is big. Terry Blake got three open singles here. Sean Wells got 2 CBCs titles. So there's a bunch of great bowlers in our history that got multiple championships. So just to be included and just be thought about with those guys is just it's an honor there. So who's the greatest? Who's this? That's for Brad Glynn to determine. But
so let's talk about that. So Mount Rushmore.
Let's talk about that. Let's
Mount Rushmore for men. Obviously, Terry Blake would be one. You can say maybe Sean Wells. You can say Bobby O. You can say you. So there's 5. Would you put Brad Glynn on that, or would you leave him off for now?
Oh, you gotta leave him off, don't you? The stats speak for themselves. It's not an opinion anymore. It's.
Isn't there only 4 heads on Mount Rushmore?
There is. There's only 4.
That's right. Yeah.
I was like, what the heck?
There's only 4.
Well, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So so you said Brad's been kind of quiet lately.
No, he's okay. Brad was great, and we give each other a hard time, but he was pretty happy for me, and then we spoke after, and that's our relationship, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
So
Fair. Yeah, you got obviously Brad put a big post on Facebook explaining he kind of you going through this process and getting better and better and all that stuff. So I'm glad that he did that, and you made a post too, that people can see your your transition into the player that you've become, because the guys are right. You were unbelievable to start with, and then you actually put in the time, and now look at it. Double Crown winner, winning Club Tour events, obviously top player out in the NBT. We just got to get you back out west again so you can play with the big boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You can talk to my people and set something up, but I mean, Club Tour treats me well, so I mean, you got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Shane, are you going to be there for the tour finals at Club Tour?
Yes, yeah, I'm going this year.
Oh, so am I. That'll be good.
Yeah, maybe I'll come up to a Western event. Maybe you'll have 8 shifts or 9 shifts like you guys do. So we'll see. It should be fun.
Yeah, we'll add one for you too.
Yeah, I mean, just as well you add them every other event. So just keep adding. It's great. Yeah, why not? Let's let everybody make the cut. Let's just keep it going.
Well, Shane, congratulations. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We got to move on to our next guest. So, it's been great. Congratulations. It's always great seeing you. And goodbye.
We'll see you out
See you,
there,
folks.
man.
Thanks, guys.
See you later. See you, man.
Honestly, he's one of the best characters out there in the sport. We love having him on. He probably faster and wittier than all the rest of us here by far. So, so what we're going to do next is we're going to hop in and we're going to introduce our next winning team. I know we have some of the bowlers ready here in the background here. And it was exciting to bowl against them. And once again, congratulations to the men's division champions from Northern Ontario. We're going to invite them on here.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey guys.
What's going on?
Hello, everyone.
How's it going?
We got Sportsman of the Year on here with us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's
Yeah, who did he
clarify
pay?
that. We were
Who
shocked.
did he pay?
Okay.
Yeah. we were shocked. I was like, our team, we'll tell you, we did not vote for him. And it was like, we had some really nice people on there, and they said Lyle, and I was like, what? Yeah.
He obviously
can
made a good impression on some people.
Yeah, I can name 5 other players on that team should have got more votes than him. So that's fair. But once again, congratulations, guys. You guys played exceptionally well, and you guys played well incredibly as a team. I think that was such a huge focus of your group here. Let's maybe talk about the weekend to start. From 1st to 6th was only 5.5 points between all the men's teams, so it was super close.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And between 1st and 4th, there was only 1.5 points.
Hey, I'll show you, Mug.
Absolutely crazy. So what was kind of your thoughts throughout the week as you guys were qualifying? So,
I'll let Thomas answer this one first.
Honestly, it was just a crazy week, to be honest. Like for me, obviously, it's my first nationals. Didn't really know what to think of it.
Yeah. How was it? How was playing with your dad?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was a great feeling.
Definitely a special moment you guys had there. I mean, not many father-sons can win their first Open Nationals together on the same team. So that's definitely a storyline that came out of that. So, Tom, how did that feel playing with your son like that?
It was amazing. Like we've talked about how much he's come up over the last couple of years, and we couldn't wait for him to make the team. Never, when we won the province, my wife immediately said, "We got to go. I'm going. There's no way I'm missing this. It's our son's first national." And to be there, to experience everything he did, especially, coming through in the big game, I couldn't be any prouder, and like we call him Iceman, the new Iceman, Ice-T, even at provincials, you know, just because he's always, you guys know what I'm like. You know, he's coming around to showing that emotion, but he's still a lot calmer than I'm ever on the lane. So
Absolutely, yeah. No, your team played very well over the week. I mean, Pete played phenomenal as a lead. Like he obviously brought the energy, and I've known Pete's name around for a long time. I've never actually got to play against him. I never realized how much energy he had on the lanes. For an old guy, I think his ticker's doing pretty good. And then the rest of you guys, obviously, you know, you and Lyle in the bottom there, and Thomas and Kyle and Azra kind of filling in the middle there. You guys played very well as a team, right? You can tell throughout the event, you guys are rolling well together, and you guys were there. And I think that's such a huge component when it comes to the Open. You find those teams that are playing well are always usually together as well, right? So
Yeah. I think just the fact that we all bowl in the same league, and we all make fun of each other. We keep that positive mindset, that energy. We're calling each other names. We just make fun of the little quirks in every little person. I think that's actually what brought us closer together as a team this time. So
It does. I always say the people I don't like are the people I don't pick on. You know?
absolutely.
Like it's just the way it is. Even in Edmonton, we do this stupid thing where we always do kangaroo courts, and we get everybody into a room. But it's part of what makes Edmonton good. We get into a room and we just basically rip on each other, and it's hilarious. And we have other contingents that come down to watch it because it's so dumb. But it's those things, those moments, those interactions are what brings teams together, and then gives you the opportunity to have lighter moments in the pit too. And like, that's really important.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of our mindset the whole time, is just keep it light. You know, we're here for a reason, but let's just not get down on ourselves enough that we're pulling ourselves out of the competition. Let's just
for sure.
keep it light, keep it airy, and then you're loose on the lanes. So have fun in the pit. You're going to have fun on the lanes.
Absolutely.
Was there, during your qualifying, was there any thoughts of what were some of your thoughts? Maybe some some key matches that you were playing against, or just your emotions. Like obviously going the last couple games, things got super tight up there at the top.
I think when we go into the competition, we were thinking from the province level, like facing Thunder Bay every year is kind of the benchmark. You have to be that good to make it to nationals. So when we did make it to nationals, we said, okay, now every team is going to be like this. So we set a standard for ourselves. Like, we can't let these 4 or 5 opens in a frame pull us down. So we just wash off that frame and just start again, start fresh.
Yeah.
Like, we just kind of seeing what we can get and not what you have, I think just makes a huge difference too. Like, you have so much pins up on the board that you can chase, even though if your game is 2/3 of the way crap, for instance.
Yeah.
Like, it's
For sure.
yeah, and I think my mindset, I know, and we talked about this too, was we knew when we won the opportunity to be here, we had shoes to fill. We had big shoes to fill because, you know, Thunder Bay had been there for 15 years in a row, you know, and they've been in the stepladder how many times over those years. We knew, you know, we had to keep it going and, you know, keep the trend going. Did we think we were going to just, you know, our goal was stepladder. And then, you know, when the final game came down, we're doing the math and we're going, oh, wow, this is tight. You know, we accomplished what we wanted to, got a bonus by finishing first.
Yeah.
And I think that took a lot of pressure off us as well.
For sure.
Yeah, especially in the stepladder for teams, having that second life, even though you never want to use it, it does give you a little bit of breathing room, and I think that helps the team flow early. Like, you can get away with silly mistakes, and then when somebody starts to run hot, like Thomas started running hot, and the whole team just follows it, and it's like, yeah, let's go. Like, we'll ride the train, and it just compiles so fast, right?
I think he gave us that coal in the engine to just like You just
Yeah.
keep throwing what you're throwing, and we're gonna catch up to you eventually. We're gonna like
Yeah.
you give us that separation, we'll keep that separation.
Yeah.
And that's kudos to you, Thomas. Like to come out and throw, I think it was 6 right from the gun, right?
Yeah.
That's such a huge.
7 if it weren't for the lights out. Lights
Hey,
going out.
regardless, it was way too many against me. That's way too many against me. But
Yeah,
no,
but-
you're
I
right
mean,
though.
we tried to make it interesting in the middle of the game.
Yeah. I mean, you just kept
We did
throwing
have a
strikes.
string of strikes in the middle of the game there.
Yeah, we woke up for 1 or 2 frames.
Yeah. We had a little bit of life for a couple frames, but you guys played so well. I do want to touch base, and this is not like a shot towards anybody, but Thunder Bay, you mentioned, has been there for 15 years. I think the last time they haven't been there was 2010 when we played, when Renee was there and all that. And obviously, you guys, they've never won, and you guys won, right? I mean, I think that's kind of a cool story. Nothing against Thunder Bay, but it's neat that after all these years that you guys got in and you fought your way. And we found it similar in Alberta. North didn't win for ever, right? And for them to get in, it was nice to get that in there. Obviously, their championship was a little bit different than yours, but quite the feat. 15 years for the first time, and you guys go in and win it. That must make your zone proud and make you guys proud.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like I think it is very humbling. It's we're very close with those guys too. So at the provincial level, it was kind of, you're bowling friends, right? You're bowling people that you enjoy bowling against. So it's hard, but it's bittersweet to show that we belong. We prove to the province, we prove to the country now that a team of misfits can jive and make it to the top. So
Yeah. Well, I don't think you guys are misfits. Obviously you guys are champions. I think you got to get that out of the way now, right? But
Yeah.
And how cool was it for Arnie? I know Arnie. I've heard about it for 4 days now. I'm thankful I'm flying away.
Yeah, this is the reason we're leaving Newfoundland.
but 44 years between golds. You know what, that man has put a lot of effort into this sport, and it's super nice to see the kind of get bookended end of his career when it comes to that, right?
Yeah.
So
I've never seen one negative thing come out of his mouth the whole experience, right from when we picked him as a coach to provincials to nationals.
Yeah.
It was positivity the whole time. He was joking around, like he had the oven mitts on the lanes, like he was in it with us every frame, every ball. So it was nice to win it for him.
Yeah. Until you bring up his Leafs, then you want to get him going.
Oh, Jesus.
Apparently, he doesn't like being called Arnold either. So,
Ooh.
Who
Take
tasted
that
those
back to my
waters?
pocket.
No, it was definitely a wonderful event. And obviously, Thomas, you have a little bit on your dad. You doubled him in the gold medal match, so you forever will have that on him, right? So, as kind of back pocket material there. But I guess moving forward with you guys, I know things are going to be a little bit changing on your team for next year because Lyle's no longer going to be there. He's already defecting. But what are your kind of goals and for next year or for the future? I'm listening
Well, for me, I've never had a single shot, so I'm going to be pushing for singles next year for sure. Give myself a shot at that. But again, we've got a solid core for our team. We got a lot of young kids coming up. And some guys that are rebounding this year. So, I think we're going to keep fighting. We want to be back. We got a taste. We want to keep going. I know that's from my view anyways. And, maybe we'll, whisper in Lyle's girlfriend's ear for a little while and maybe convince her to move north and bring him back.
Yeah, fair. I mean, maybe you might not want him back either, right?
But we'll take her though.
Yeah, we'll take her. Thomas, do you have anything planned?
Well, for me, like I just made the men's team, obviously, and obviously I want more. Maybe within the next few years, I can be participating in the singles as well.
Yeah.
try and make that next step in my game.
Mhm. And Lyle, how are you going to top a gold medal and a sportsmanship award?
I can't. I'm going to retire. I might have to join the average pros like somebody posted.
If you're going to retire, then I'm going to give Shane Chafe the participate or the sportsman award next year too, so he retires as well.
If that's the easy out for everyone.
Where are you moving to, Lyle?
So currently in the London area, so Middlesex. So it'll be a little bit different in Southern Ontario, obviously. Hope to at least make a couple more appearances into nationals, but I know provincials is a little bit more difficult down here to succeed in. So we'll see where the upcoming years go for that. So
For sure.
maybe actually come out to some Western tournaments for once.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome, buddy.
perfect. Well, thank you very much, guys, for hopping in for this short moment here. But we want to congratulate you guys again on a job well done.
Thank you again.
And have a great, it was a great match with you guys.
Yes, it
Even though
was.
Power cut out, but it was a great match.
Yeah.
We won't ever
Photo
forget about the
momentum.
power cutout. 100%.
Here,
All right,
here we
thank
thought
you very
Thomas
much, guys.
lost his-
Thank you.
All
Here we
right.
thought Thomas lost his shirt.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
No
All right,
problem.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Look,
Oh,
Oh.
somebody jumped right out.
It was actually probably the nicest I've ever been with Lyle. That's great.
It's true. Well, he is Sportsman of the Year, so you gotta be nice.
Yeah, he's definitely different than we remember him. Yeah. So the next group is kind of I guess we're going to go on the same pattern here. It's from the same province, but winning the ladies championship for the team, we want to invite the Northern Ontario ladies to hop in on here.
Is Sarah on that team as well? Trying to get her in here. Oh, there we go.
There we go. There's the rookie.
Perfect.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just
Thank
want to
you.
say that it took me 15 years and then going to coaching to be able to get a gold medal. So thanks for those jabs, guys. Thanks for that.
I've done the coaching thing. It's still good, but yeah, it's a little bit different. But yeah. No, you know what, Matt? I don't know. It's just sometimes luck of the draw, right? And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, so maybe let's talk about you girls here. Maybe let us know on how the tournament went throughout obviously the first day. You went 3 for 5, right? And you got swept by Newfoundland, the one game there. And then you end up with the first seed at the end of all qualifying. What were your kind of thoughts throughout the event?
The PTSD started to hit real good from last time at one point, and again, there was 4 of us on this team that were on the team in 22, so it was kind of like, all right, like we're not doing this again. And the first time we were in Newfoundland, the very first day, like I think we had a winning record as well, and that kind of what coasted us to us qualifying first. So our whole thing was, okay, let's just do what we did last time and not have to worry, and it just ended up working out in our favor again.
Yeah. And again, like just like the men's division, it was pretty close from 1st to 5th, right? You're only within a game. So one loss here and one loss there, all of a sudden it changes things. Obviously, with your last game, you guys lose to Manitoba, but Quebec loses as well. So a little bit of destiny there, I would think, a little bit. I know Matt was probably pulling his hair there.
Well, he also told us the wrong numbers too, and then him and Alyssa are like, that math doesn't make any sense. So we were like, I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, our last
Oh,
game
no.
was just stressed because
A
our
coach has,
spectators
like-
were telling us numbers and they were the wrong numbers, and we were like, this doesn't make sense.
Like as a coach, you
Hey.
got like 2 jobs, and the math was one of them.
Okay, for the record, I'm a rookie. Okay, so first of all, and second of all, her dad was telling me something, and I just couldn't process it. It was just so close. But yeah, having the wrong numbers, that's my fault.
I don't know, Matt. I mean, at the end of the day, you got them the gold, so there shouldn't be any complaining on their end, right? So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We did promposal him to get him to be our coach, so like we asked for this.
yeah. I will say, I mean, obviously I wasn't able to watch a lot of the games, but I was able to watch the last few. And Matt, you handled yourself really well in the pit there. You were calm, and the girl, you can tell that for the most part, and you can tell that the girls were really like, you had a good bond with them in the pit.
Yeah, I definitely did. I don't know if you're joking or not, but if you go back to the live stream, I'm blocking it half the time because I'm jumping around with my hand on my
Yeah.
head. Or
Oh, I
Calm
know.
is
Yeah.
not a word I would
It
use
was-
to describe him in
yeah,
the
it
pit.
was crazy. But when I took this team on, like they said, they did a proposal. I made sure it was just open communication from the get-go, keeping them calm and collected. I knew 4 of them definitely had that PTSD of coming back to Newfoundland to, try to get that redemption. And when we got into the step ladder, one of them was nauseous, the other one was anxious. So just trying to get them all level-headed and just go frame by frame. Then the blackout hit, and I mean, everything fell apart. I lost half my team. They were all over the place. But even that game, we were so close. Unfortunately, we lost. And then it was just a matter of getting them regrouped and refocused for the second game. Started out a little bit on the weak side, but then they came back strong. Unfortunately, it came down to the last 2 bowlers. I mean, it was a difference of, I think it was 2 pins. Thankfully, Sam had a mark going into the 10th, and Quebec had opened, so that gave us the advantage. And when they punched that head pin, I just turned over, and there was not a dry eye on that bench. Everybody was crying and trying to keep them together just to throw that last ball, but it was memorable for sure.
Yeah. Sam's corner kind of really obviously put the dagger in it, right? On I think it was a double. I think she had, or at least a strike. So
Yeah, she had a spare, and then she hung the corner pin.
Yeah.
And Erica had thrown the strike, and that was
but
the
she had no
biggest.
mark. Yeah.
Yeah, she had no mark, and I mean, if Erica would have striked out, we would have lost. So
Yeah.
Things worked out for us in the end. And I mean, they were struggling on corner pins the entire time, so that was a huge corner pin for her to pick. So
Yeah. No,
How hard was it to regroup after the first game loss?
I mean, like Sam, Alyssa, and Paige and I were just kind of like, not again. Like it was just like, like for me, the blackout like personally helped me regroup. I know it didn't so much like the other 3, but it was just kind of like, hey guys, like because in 22, our 10th frame of our second match too, like none of us hit the middle, or we were whacking, which was literally what was happening in front of us again. And we're like, oh my God. So it was just kind of like, all right, like we're not doing this again. Let's just go and just take one frame at a time. Stop looking at the bigger picture. Stop looking over. Stop score watching at what they're doing. Let's just focus on what we're doing.
Yeah, and that's good. I mean, really, ultimately, in that moment, you have a choice, right? You have to choose between one of 2 ways. You either let it sink you after losing that first game, or you decide, no, like this is not the way we're going to go out.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that's kudos, congratulations. That's not easy to do.
Yeah, and like I thought, like, because I said while we were like, because we wanted to get there early and like hang out and relax and kind of settle in before, instead of just showing up when we were supposed to start practice. And I looked around, I was like, wait, all of us have been in some sort of gold medal stepladder before, where in 22 that was like, it was my first open national. That was like my 3rd time on the team, where it was Paige's first time bowling the open. That was her 2nd ever stepladder. So like all of us at some point had been in a gold medal stepladder before, whether it was for, YBC or for Winter Games or for Youth Challenge. Like it's all like we're not all walking into this fresh. Like, yeah, we had Sarah the rookie, but she was throwing unreal all week. So it was just, we all kind of just like settled in and trusted each other. And we were still joking around and trying to stay, instead of being in our heads, we were still, making our silly jokes on like in the pit and just trying to like keep each other up and cheer each other on. Like I was on the bench for that game, and I'm like, I'm going to be loud because I've got to put something I got to put energy into the team too, even though I'm not bowling. So
experience definitely plays a part in it, and as I've been fortunate enough to be a first seed. When you walk in there while everybody else is bowling, it's kind of your adrenaline hits, right? A little bit more than you expect when you think about it. So coming early helps out. The blackout, I don't know if I don't know if Carrie and Dex can agree, but you're getting amped up for it, and you're getting amped up to play for a gold medal, and all of a sudden the blackout happens.
Yeah.
And I think there's a portion of, depending on which scenario, I don't. It never changed our conclusion. I will always say that, but as a first seed, you're probably a little bit more relaxed, I think, because for me, your adrenaline's running, and all of a sudden it just it's done. Everything's done, and I think it's easier to. I don't know. I think it would probably be a little bit easier to regroup from that, but definitely a little bit different. We forever into that remembering the blackout.
Yeah, that's
Cool
definitely a
memory.
memorable one. That's for sure.
I'm sure there'd be new rules on how we have to proceed with blackouts in the future. So something we've never ever thought we had to deal with, right?
Well,
So
I was grabbing my water and I heard someone say the word 5 hours and I was like, hold up, what? And someone's like, oh no, like the power outage stretches like up to 5 hours from here. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what do we do in that scenario? And they're like, yeah, power's gonna come back on in 5 hours, guys. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you do your awards at the lanes and call her a day.
order some pizza and call it a day.
Yeah.
well, it was funny too because Sarah was actually mid-shot when everything went out, so she was
Yeah.
able to hold it together. But yeah, it was crazy. I definitely remember that one for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So I guess full circle moment. You guys win this year, and kind of hopefully breaks your demons from 2022 there. That being said, I know some of you guys are obviously going to be playing again here, but what are your goals in the future or next year? And I obviously I know Matt's goal is to be back on the lanes and throwing some balls. As much as you loved his coaching, I've been there. I know bowling's not finished for you yet either. So, what are your guys' thoughts?
We already called dibs on Matt again next year, so we're trying to get him to come back to Masters. So Northern Ontario finally has a tournament division, so we're trying to get more of our opens bowlers into Masters for sure.
Yeah.
I was more looking to kind of leave the open side and stay more with Masters because I preferred that tournament. But I promised Jordan when she came out of YBC into the open that I'd at least make a team with her. And I knew I wasn't going to make the ladies team last year because I wasn't supposed to bowl after having my son. So, and I looked at her. You actually see me on the live stream looking at her after going 1 and done, baby. I promised you I'd be on the same team. But no, for me anyways, it's going to be trying to get more people into our tournament division for Masters for sure. And keep on kind of doing what we're doing. I've been trying to get back into make a single spot, but out of Thunder Bay, it's quite hard. We got quite the caliber of bowlers here for sure. So my goal is to eventually make a single spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, it's my first year, so obviously trying to continue on to that. And I know Alyssa's been trying to recruit me to the Masters, so we'll see if I join that. But I have a lot more time to bowl, so who knows what'll happen.
Yeah. And
I'm kind of in that boat too with Sarah. It was my second open this year, but Sam and Alyssa did successfully recruit me to Masters next year, so I want to make that team. And I want to do a single spot specifically for the open. I want to do open singles at some point and make that Masters and just keep doing what we've been doing from here.
Mm-hmm. And Matt, it doesn't sound like you have a choice at all, so we'll just move on.
Yeah, basically, Greg is bringing me to every cash tournament this year, and
Awesome.
I'm coaching and I'm mastering. So sky's the limit right now. So I'm excited for the upcoming
That's awesome.
year.
Good for you.
Lots of bowling in you guys' futures.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love it.
all right. Well, thank you very much, guys, for hopping in, and again, congratulations on your great job. Well done.
Thank you. We also have a no return policy on Lyle, so we told him that he is now another province's problem. So he said he'll go to Alberta and never make a team again.
But he's the best person I know apparently. So yeah.
The sportsman.
Sportsman of the year.
Yeah, there's accounting
All-
error on that one.
All of us
Yeah.
looked at each other and went, "How?"
He'll
Like
be a great manager
collectively
out
as
here.
collectively
nobody-
as a group.
Did nobody vote? That's got to be the only reason why.
I looked at him when we were in line to get the medals. I looked at him. I was like, "How'd you win Sportsman Award?" He went, "I don't even know."
You know, every team gets one choice, so I'm assuming there was an 8-way tie with one.
Absolutely, it has to be.
And Lyle put in his own.
Yeah.
And that's what I said, and he said, "Yeah, that's what I did." So I guess
All
All
right.
right. We'll let you guys go. Congrats again on your gold. And,
Thanks.
Thank
we'll
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I guess we're not the only ones who hate Lyle, so that's a good thing.
We're making so many friends tonight. Next.
All right, and the last and final one, and I guess it's exciting for these guys to come on. We're excited to have them. They did run up the ladder. We spoke about that not so long ago. We haven't seen a team do that in quite some time. So we're happy to introduce our last and final guests of the day today, the mixed team champions from Saskatchewan.
I think they scared all the women off the mixed team. We only have the dudes.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Oh, yeah, we love having you guys on. Yeah, congrats.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah. So let's maybe talk a little bit about this week. I know Curtis and I had some discussions over the week on your team. But you guys obviously were near the top throughout the duration of your qualifying. The last couple games, or maybe the last day, kind of dropped you down to the third seed. But what were your thoughts throughout the qualifying? And Curtis, you can be honest too. It's okay.
Not everybody else at once here.
Yeah. Well, we had a tough start. We took us 10 frames to throw a mark. I think I threw the first mark in frame 2, so we had a rough first one. But then we kind of found a groove, and we won our next, I think, 6, Jesse.
Yeah.
All with 6 points. So once we did that, we were kind of rolling. Had a bit of a tough last day to kind of fall back a little bit, but nobody got down, and we just kind of kept going.
Yeah, you lost 3 out of 4, but I mean that doesn't it didn't really make much of a difference. Maybe well, you could have got the first seed.
Yeah.
But I mean, it didn't change your mindset when you guys were still going into the playoffs. You still had the same kind of goal. What were your thoughts going into the playoffs?
That we had to, we knew we had to win 4 games to get to the top there, and I think we all knew it, and we just said, do what you got to do, and don't give up. We knew it was going to be tough. 4 games is a lot of work, especially the teams that we were playing. Right, like Newfoundland, they were quite the team the whole time. Even BC, and then definitely Manitoba was a tough one. But we just knew, don't get down no matter where we were, and just keep battling.
Yeah, I think we lost to Manitoba both times in round robins. We knew they were tough, but once we got back to the first one, we kind of relaxed. Jesse shot almost 1,000 too, so that kind of helps. So once we got back to those couple of matches, I think we're ready to battle it out.
Yeah, Jesse, you're unbelievable during the almost shoot 1,000 there.
996 the first 3.
Yeah, 348, 317, 331.
I think that's absolutely incredible there. Yeah, I again, like we're doing our own thing, so we didn't notice that. But I knew you guys were playing well. I at least knew Jesse was throwing a bunch of strikes every time we looked over there. That's absolutely fantastic. And again, like I kind of want to make note that Saskatchewan kind of has a thing of running up the ladder on mixed teams. I think it's not the first time this has happened. I think 2013 we were out there. It happened. I knew it happened at Nebs, and I think it happened another time. So I don't know what it is in the mixed team water out of Saskatchewan. You guys have that opportunity to do that, right? So, and let's maybe talk a little bit about. Curtis. I think it was great that Curtis had the opportunity to coach you guys. And I think you guys had a great choice in that. I mean, Regan, and I know we all know you and Curtis are good friends.
Yeah.
But what did he bring to the team that kind of helped you guys take you guys to the next, over the edge or next level?
He's got a pretty calm approach up there. Like, he doesn't get too worked up one way or the other. Every once in a while, he's grimacing, or like, guys, throw a strike, don't hit a 2-pin. And we had a few 2-pins during the tournament. But yeah, just mostly calm and pretty consistent overall. It doesn't get too up or too down, and just kind of kept encouraging us to keep going.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead, Jesse.
I was going to say, like, this is my first team with Curtis. I didn't even qualify this year, so I didn't even get to pick Curtis. I was actually the alternate this year.
Our alternate.
Oh.
Yeah, I was the alternate, and I qualified. I didn't qualify. I got 10th place, missed by 9. And then Corey Downing crushed his hand. And about a week and a half prior to provincials, so they called me Tuesday. Bowling started Thursday, so I didn't really have a decision in the coaching pick, but it was good. He like Regan said, he's pretty level-headed, and I think out of the 9 provincials or nationals, I mean, he's definitely a guy that knew when to pull, when to put in. Even if we didn't agree with something, like, I know I sat a full game and I'm like, what is going on here? And then I came in the one frame. I think I was in the 10th frame, and then I threw a 900 for the next 3. So I was like, oh, he said Jesse needs a break, he's not doing very well, and then all of a sudden threw 900. That was the second day. So yeah, he was great.
Definitely helps when you have somebody in the pit that's been there before, right? So kind of gives you that there. And I know obviously Lloyd's not here, but having somebody like Lloyd on the team with a lot of experience coaching, and obviously his huge amount of experience bowling, what did that bring to the team?
I can remember, I think it was during our gold medal match, as he pulled us over. He's like, I'm sorry, it's the coach of me. And he had a little huddle, we had a little meeting, and it was just trying to relax everybody. So stuff like that, and I know he was in Kurt's ear a little bit, trying to, if he saw something wrong with one of the bowlers, he'd let Kurt know if Kurt didn't see it. So kind of just having a second coach there too, who was also a very strong bowler and bowled amazing. So that was nice to have.
100%.
Yeah.
A lot of us grew up with Lloyd being our coaches too. So it was neat having him on a team as well. Here's a guy who's just coaching, and especially with all his knee issues throughout the last few years, you wouldn't think he would be back to where he was, and now he was able to make a team and win a gold medal with us. And this is his first mixed team, I think he was saying as well. So
awesome.
He was very excited. Yeah,
definitely been some time since you won, right? So let's talk about the gold medal match a little bit, right? So if you go look at it, obviously double knockout. The first game you guys beat them by 140, let's say, and the second game was much closer. Let's talk about the 10th frame there. I know Lloyd kind of had a whoopsie frame in 10 there. I was watching from the outside there, and then all of a sudden it comes down to Jesse, and it comes down to you there, Regan. Jesse kind of set the helped it, set the stage a little bit through. I think through a strike or double, at least in 10. I remember.
I went strike left spare.
Yeah. And I remember that, and he got it closer. And then I know Dwayne didn't have a mark going in there, and Regan, maybe you were the one with the double, or you had something.
Yeah, I think I had a triple going to 10.
Yeah, and all I said was, well, he just needs to hit the side and see where it goes, and you threw the strike, right? So, I mean, a lot of people out there always would love to be in that moment and throw that strike to win the national championship. So, what was your thought process there?
So that moment doesn't come along very often. I was aware of it going up. First thoughts before I got on the lane, I really want to do it. We have 3 rookies. All our girls were rookies. Like, let's throw the one for them so they can go home champions too. You never know when you get back there to a gold medal game. I won one 20 years ago, and this is my first time back, right? So it might never happen again. When I got on the lane, I tried to, you could hear the alley just get super quiet. So I tried to take some extra breaths, really slow down. I hit the middle a lot and just throw the same good shot, but really tried to keep things slow, as simple as you can. And when I threw it, I knew I'd hit the middle anyways. I knew it was a pretty good shot. If I carried the corner or not, I wasn't sure, but yeah, it was right there. So it was a lot of fun to come through for the team at that moment. So one of the best moments I've had.
337 to cap off a gold medal match is always fun at the bottom. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Jeff Bourne was on a run of strikes himself, so I knew kind of had to match him and stay close. So because I think we're down a bit going into 8, 9, 10. So
You were
a big finish for us.
Yeah, we were about 100 down going into 10. So
Yeah, I looked up there at one point. I was like, "Oh, Saskatchewan needs some work." But I was beside Jamie Newton. Jamie we're going back. Oh my God, it's getting closer. Oh my God, oh my God. And all of a sudden, I was like, "Well, there's a chance after Jesse, right?"
Yeah.
And I think people will always remember that strike to Regan. And those are the moments you live for, right? So
that's always what you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I remember like just going into that frame with Jeff Bourne having, I don't know, 6 or something in a row there, and he decided to go first, and he threw that first strike, and I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be tough. We're down 100, and he's throwing a great ball, so we're like, this is gonna be tough. But
our leadoff bowler matched him, Grayson. She threw great all tournament too, and she threw the strike chop spare with him, so that kept us right there.
Yeah, Graceland had 13 wins in the qualifying. Like she won big matches and held you guys in. Obviously, like you go through the step ladder, Jesse, you throwing the almost 1,000, Regan, you throwing the big one, but it's all those players in the middle filling the frames to give you guys those chances to win by throwing the big game. And
all our ladies threw a ton of big shots. Big double here when everybody else was struggling. There was so many big shots throughout.
I think it was the first game against Manitoba, the first match, where there was 3 of us right in the middle of the game. We all had turkeys, so there was 9 in a row right there, and that was Brooklyn, me, and Regan, I believe. And that was huge. Like Brooklyn's triple was massive for us to start getting that lead.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't put 2 and 2 together until the last day that Graceland was Mark Swatsky's daughter. I haven't seen Mark in forever. So obviously has some bowling genes in her, right? So pretty cool moment for everybody there.
Yeah.
So I guess before we leave here, what are your plans for next year? I know we'll see you guys on the tour at some point. But obviously, I'm guessing you guys will probably play the Open to get at least a chance to go back there again. But is there anything you guys have goals coming up that you are wanting to hit?
So keep my body able to keep doing it for a little while longer. I'd love to go as a singles sometime. I've never been able to break through as a singles, so you never know. Hopefully sometime.
Yeah.
I've been close a few times, but haven't been able to quite do it.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, it's overrated.
Yeah.
Jesse?
Yeah, it's about the same. I want to try to get to as many of the cash tournaments as possible. The Winnipeg one now is kind of tough for us at the time of year and stuff like that. And I really want to do the Red Deer tournament, but I've never been able to do it because it's on a weekend that I'm always busy on. So until I get rid of that commitment that I've been in for so many years, it's going to be tough. But yeah, going back to the Open and qualifying, not being the person that, oops, I'm hurt. Can you bowl? Yeah. And then that's pretty much it. I've never done Masters either. It's a lot of bowling, and with a 4-year-old, it's tough getting away so much. So
yeah. Life is bowling's always going to be there. It's family comes first, right?
Yeah.
So,
for sure. Yeah. What happened to Curtis here? He just disappeared a long time ago.
Yeah, he just left.
Stage fright.
Yeah.
He probably passed his bedtime and Jen made him go back to bed.
He is usually bed before the sun goes down.
Yeah. It's too bad. Let me see. I didn't get anything off of technical difficulties. Okay. Perfect. You guys got it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys again for hopping in on here, and congratulations on a job well done.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for the invite, guys.
Yeah. Congrats, guys. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a good night.
Alrighty. Wow. We only went over by like 25 minutes. That's not bad, Tim.
Yeah, it's better than normal.
Not too bad.
Yeah. We can talk a little bit about our personal experience before we end this. Not where we wanted to end up, obviously.
No.
We got to the gold medal. unfortunately we didn't come home with the gold medal. But man, that men's division, I know all the divisions are tough, but like 6 teams all within. So
Well,
close.
and
It
like,
was insane.
I mean, if we had taken an extra half point, then we have a double life. Half a point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, for like I can only speak on behalf of us, but there was games we should have won, and then there was games that individual games we weren't very good intent on saving games.
Yeah.
So we can always go look back and say what if, but that men's division was super tight. And as a spectator, and so it would been probably been pretty cool to watch everything there, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully there was some entertainment value for some people. We just took a couple of years off our life, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Northern Ontario men played well.
They played great.
And there were some other good teams out there that played fantastic. The Saskatchewan boys. I mean, John Mowens. We had to mention Johnny.
Rookie of the year.
Johnny played unbelievable. And there was some really good talent out there. It's just unfortunately there's only one winner out there. It wasn't us.
I just want to put this out there. I know Shane Chafe got double crown, brought it home, but how about Newfoundland losing their last 7 matches, the misstep ladder? Not in any world did anybody ever see that happening.
But I think that's a testament to like just how tough
hard it was.
that division was this year. It's the tightest we've ever seen, and it's going to be really hard to ever see anything that tight again. Like,
you know what? I think it was just a perfect storm. If you go look at the standings, they're going the last day. They lose to PI. PI shoots 1370 against them, and then they kind of have a little bit of a dog against BC. And then if you look at the other games, other than the Northern Ontario game, let's say all the rest of the games are well thrown against them, right? And even Shane and Jeffy almost have an 800 double, like they're 750 double or something.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely struggled in parts in between, but then when it mattered in the last game, they shoot just under 1400 and they take 2.5.
Yeah,
right.
They lose by 3.
And their team was incredible, right? So
they were, yeah. They are.
No, not a testament to the talent. Just sometimes I think it's just bad luck. And I know all those boys on that team, they're going to be thinking about that for a while. But you know what? I still, with that field that we had, I wouldn't hang their heads for long. I think they deserve to be be there. Yeah,
they will be back. They're always a tough team. Like you said, that whole division this year was crazy good.
Yeah.
And the Newfoundland ladies lost it by half a point for making the step ladder too. So all the heartbreak went over just a little bit when Courtney and Shane took the title. So
aggregate always fixes some of that.
It does. Yeah. We had it went well, but
yeah. Alrighty. Well, Crushers match this Sunday, playoffs. Taking down Next Gen.
We're ready.
Hopefully,
let's go.
All right. See you guys later.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye.